Lesson 2. Not too bad today either. Talking about some more of the addition, subtraction kind of work. We're going to be working with add-ins. Today we have unknown factors. Skip those and get right into the book stuff. Now, we're going to do 393. So the 4 problems you see on this page are really, you're supposed to draw the math mountain, and you would put, if you top, so there are 90 girls and some boys. So we don't know what those are. That's our missing add-in. But what we do know is that there's 160 kids. So we'd have an option on how we want to solve this. You could add up. So if you start at 90, I would go plus 10 to get me 100, and plus 60 to get me to 160. So that 60 and 10 would be 70. Some people might do it as a subtraction problem and get there. So you can choose. But really the whole idea is just kind of understanding what the problem is going to be and what you have. So you might be given the sum or the total. You might be given the add-ins. You might have to solve for one of the add-ins, which would be a missing factor. You might have to solve for the sum, which would be the answer. So just make sure you read them carefully. 394, which would be pretty quick. Get the math mountains. On the bottom, like, you have boys and girls, and then you have children. So these two, they give you, they take the words out, which is kind of nice, and then you can just see them. So 90 plus something is 160, so you just have to figure out what the something is. So we did that on the previous page, which would be, 70. So on the bottom two would be 80 plus something is 170, so you could do a plus 20 to get to 100 and plus 70 to get to 170, and then you'd find the sum of those, which would be 90. For some of you, you would do a subtraction problem, so you can figure out. It's really a lot of fact family kind of work. So, I mean, if you think about it, you have that 80 plus, we'll make it R is roses is 170. Just like R plus 80 equals 170, or 170 minus 80 equals R, or 170 minus R equals 80. So the one that you really have, if you think of it, enough information to solve the equation, you would be that subtraction one, but you guys are good thinkers and you could really solve any of those. In 395, cross that one off. So on the third page, remember we're not doing 396. So here you have to write an equation. So we don't have to do the math mountain, but we're solving for the unknown factors, which the IXLs are pretty good about that today too. So the toy maker has 36 boxes of toy trains to ship to 4 shops. Each shop will get the same number of boxes. How many boxes of toy trains will each shop get? So if you have 4 shops, you could solve this a variety of ways. So 4 shops, you have 36 boxes, so you could just do 36 divided by 4. But if that's hard, you could just start placing. So let's say you put 5 trains in each store. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. So I know I can't put 5 more because then I would need 40. I only have 36. So let's do 2 more. So now I have 7 going to each store. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. I'm getting pretty close. So if we go 2 more. So there's 4, 8, 12, 16, and then those 10, 26, and those 10, 36. So I would have 5, 6, 7, 9. So the question is, how many boxes of toy trains will each shop get? 9 boxes. So there's a variety of ways you can solve it. Like, really, I just did addition here. You could do division. You could do it as a multiplication equation. which would be 4 times something. We'll call them T for train equals 36. So all stuff that we have done, not easy stuff, but good stuff. But you do not have to do 396. So go ahead and